Hi, wrestling fans. Thanks for clicking the dreaded D Rose report. If I don't see you before the holidays, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, everything else. But I'll be back before then, giving up another report, like usual. Sorry about that. But anyway, WWE's next big guy, a former strongman. I got 2 days of reports here, so sit back, turn the picture off if you want. Anyway, Braun Strowman made his in-ring debut at the weekend's live events down in Lakeland and Jacksonville. He defeated Chad Gable of the Shoot Nation stable. Strowman was described as a very impressive wrestler for a big man. And it's noted that he moves well in the ring and has good mic skills. Strowman bills himself as a monster among men. By doing all that, good in the ring and good on the mic, he may move up real quick to the main roster. Bo Dallas, remember that guy? He should be making his in-ring return before the year is over. Possibly WWE could keep him on TV for another month, until Royal Rumble. It's announced on November 3rd, that Bo suffered a foot injury. Apparently somebody hit him in the mouth, and would be out of action about 6 to 8 weeks. Speaking of Bo, by the way, his sister Mika Rotundo posted a photo of the family to wish America's favorite carrier, the USS Carl Vinson, a Merry Christmas. There's a picture of Bo, Mike Rotundo, and IRS, whatever you want to call him, and Bray Wyatt on the Diamond Dan website. All right, new data. That's the wrestling website, not his. Anyway, new data released by WWE corporate website this past week reveals that the 2014 Survivor Series pay-per-view that had the Team Cena versus Team Authority and Sting debuting drew about 100,000 buys on a traditional pay-per-view. Anyway, this is during WWE's network, the free month of November. So there was a lot of people who got it on the network, most likely, and so anyway, they probably got it for free. But in comparison, 2013 drew about 179,000. That was before the network launched, and Survivor Series in 2012 did about 208,000, and then in 2011, 281,000. Well, that's down 181,000 from 3 years ago, but they weren't at that time getting about 600,000 to 700,000 people giving them $10 a month either. So I don't know if that really offsets anything. I wouldn't think it does, but never know, because they're looking at people that never buys a pay-per-view versus the people now buying maybe $10 a month out of it. Darren Young wrestled his first match since WrestleMania 30 at the Saturday night's live event in Winnipeg. He was out of action for a while with a knee injury. Young defeated Justin Gabriel and looked good in the ring. Seth Rollins ended up coming out and attacking both of them. Might know. And WWE Hall of Famer Tully Blanchard reportedly suffered a torn bicep at it was over the weekend, Pro Wrestling Syndicate event. Blanchard did a run-in after his daughter Tessa Blanchard, her mixed tag team match, and delivered a drop kick to one of her opponents. I don't, and I'll let you know, what comes out of that. But must have landed on his shoulder wrong or something. I don't think you'd get a torn bicep on a drop kick. UFC star, no to pro wrestling fan, Ronda Rousey. I don't know if you've seen her or not. She was also in Expendables. Did a good job in there, I thought. Anyway, she recently spoke with SportsTalk.com to promote Expendables 3 and commented on a possible run in WWE. She says, I would be a heel for sure. She said, I can't take the name Rowdy and not be a heel. And that would be an insult to the man I pay tribute to with my name, the great Roddy Piper. I would have to try and live up to his legacy as much as possible, and I can't do that being a babyface. The Rock going to be appearing on Christmas Eve edition of Live with Kelly and Michaels this coming Wednesday morning. There's a promotional blurb, I guess they got out and around calling it Cozy Classic Christmas or something like that. And NXT star Mojo Rawley appeared last night NXT live event in Lakeland, Florida, with his shoulders still in a sling. Mojo told fans he would be back in about 2 months. I didn't know you could have your shoulder. I know you can have your arm in a sling. I don't know nothing about that. Never seen it. WWE NXT Cal Bishop may have suffered some sort of an injury at the end of his loss against Solomon Crowe at last night's NXT 2 nights ago. NXT taping in Lakeland. I'll let you know more on that later. Due to the holidays, WWE will tape this Friday's SmackDown episode from Tyson Event Center in Sioux City, Iowa. And if you're attending the show, let us know if anything weird goes on. Of course, the usual suspects will be there. And happy birthday over the weekend to former Armando Estrada. Remember him? 36 years old, XPW co-founder Lizzie Borden and her hatchet. No, it's an axe, ain't it? 37 years old. Alright, today's news. WWE NXT star Chad Gable, leader of the Shoot Nation stable, will make his TV debut January 1st episode, unless the episode is a 2014 year-in review thing. They may put it off a week. In a match against Tyler Breeze, Gable got a big reaction from the fans, from attendance, but he was not presented as a big star by WWE, though. Alright, this is... you fans out there are great. Danny Ryder mentioned this. He observed that country music band Florida Georgia Line has made more TV appearances than WWE World Champion Brock Lesnar since the Night of Champions pay-per-view. The band appeared at Night of Champions, TLC, and tributes to the Troop, while Lesnar appeared at Night of Champions and this week's Raw. Oh, man. Some full-scale university students have been working as interns for NXT, are finishing up this week as they're graduating. Alright, noted before, WWE Creative was working on a new gimmick for Adrian Neville. I don't know why they want to do that when he comes up to the main roster. PWI Insider reports the gimmick was described as being a Mighty Mouser type gimmick, which refers to the cartoon character. And if you remember Mighty Mouse, which I sure do when I was a kid, the old one anyway, he always took off because his line was, "Here I come to save the day." So I suspect that's what this guy's going to do. Something's going on in the ring. He's going to come down and save that person from getting beat down. Alright, tonight's, I'm just assuming that anyway. Tonight's Raw is taking place from the Target Center, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Tonight's show is going to have, of course, a Christmas theme to it. Going to have the Hulkster there. And here's the focus points they got. What will happen when Santamania runs wild? What will happen with Seth Rollins? What's he planning for Cena? And how will Bray Wyatt seek vengeance on Dean Ambrose this week? And will we see Ryback feast on Rusev this week? Or Lana? Oh, anyway. Roman Reigns' rampage continues. The original Sin Cara, remember him, 32 years old today, while former WWE TNA star Drew Hankinson turns 31. Who's that? Luke Gallows. There's a lot more speculation about former NWA champion Adam Pearce possibly signing with the WWE after he announced his retirement at Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. The TV taping over the weekend. He faced Colt Cabana for his last match. Pearce has several stints as a guest trainer at the Performance Center this year and worked as producer in a recent NXT TakeOver R Revolution event. Alright, several WWE talent have returned home finally for the Christmas holidays, including Sheamus, Finn Balor, Becky Lynch, anywhere's a few others. Got a picture of Balor and Sheamus drinking a beer together. Destination America. I want to write this down. I'll lose this the way it's wrote, but here's the way it's written. Write it down. Today, if you get the Destination America channel, today it announced that TNA wrestling matches, greatest matches. You start this again. Destination America today announced it's adding TNA wrestling's greatest matches to its lineup of wrestling programs. There you go. It's an hour-long show, greatest matches presented in the most remarkable, unforgettable contest of iconic TNA wrestlers such as Kurt Angle, Sting, Jeff Hardy, Mr. Anderson, Samoa Joe, AJ Styles. TNA Wrestling's greatest matches debuts with a 3-hour episode mini marathon on Saturday, January 10th, beginning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, followed by 2 new additional premieres on Friday, January 16th at 9 a.m. Got it? TNA Greatest Wrestling Matches will continue to premiere in its regular time slot during January 17th, Saturday at 12 p.m. Got it? I don't. First, WWE Raw 2012 will take place January 5th at the American Bank Center in Corpus Christi, and it may feature a big angle to kick off WrestleMania 31. Big angle happening. So we need to watch that one. And Batista posted a link to an article about Titus O'Neil not having a bigger role in WWE and added that he said the same thing months ago. Batista and Titus have been friends for a few years now, and Batista don't like the way he's getting pushed around. Thanks for clicking, you guys. I gotta go.